I moved into this quiet, overpriced neighborhood with one true love in my life, my custom matte black McLaren. That car was more than just a car. It was therapy, my escape, my trophy. It never blasted music. It never revved at 3 a.m. And it never went over 20 kilometers inside the gates. But apparently, it triggered a very specific kind of jealousy, the HOA president kind. It all started with a letter, not a polite one. This was Karen-certified chaos slapped right on my windshield. It read, "Your car is a threat to our community. It's too fast, intimidating to children, and violates the spirit of peaceful living. You have 2 weeks to remove it before further action is taken." I laughed. Genuinely. Took a picture of it and dropped it into my Karen Chronicles folder. I figured that was the end of it. I wasn't breaking any rules. No noise complaints. No speeding. And frankly, if anyone was dangerous, it was Karen doing 50 in her Range Rover while screaming at squirrels. Fast forward to day 15. I step outside, coffee in hand, and I freeze. My McLaren was destroyed, not keyed, not dinged, wrecked. Windows smashed, paint stripped, tires slashed. Someone had gone full Mad Max on it. I stood there, stunned. Then a neighbor, Denise, tiptoes over and whispers, "Hey, I saw Karen and the landscaping guy doing something to your car last night. Thought it was weird." Thought it was weird. Really, Denise? I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I smiled. Because what Karen didn't know was that my porch light had a hidden security cam. I went inside, pulled up the footage, and there she was, full floral housecoat, yelling about vehicular threats, swinging a hammer like she was auditioning for a horror film. I hit pause, picked up the phone, called my lawyer. Karen wanted the car gone? Congratulations. She just bought me a new one. She must have strutted home thinking she was a suburban superhero, defending the neighborhood from the horrors of automotive excellence. But here's what I had that she didn't: legal rights and video evidence. I handed everything to the police, timestamps, footage, even Denise's hesitant statement. The officer reviewing it literally said, "Wow, she's not even trying to hide it. No ski mask, no gloves, just full-on floral mayhem with a hammer." The HOA sent a formal apology. Not signed by Karen, of course. She doubled down. When the officer showed up at her door, she claimed she was the victim. "That car was a missile on wheels," she said. "I was protecting the community." Oh? So vandalism is now public service. She even pulled the child safety card. Said my car was a temptation to speed. That's like blaming a blender for a bad haircut. She tried weaponizing the HOA handbook, but I read it cover to cover, twice. There was nothing about vehicle types. I even highlighted the rules and emailed the board with the subject line, "Karen's favorite fictional rules. Annotated edition." By the time the civil suit rolled around, I had everything. Footage, witnesses, GPS logs, noise logs, and a printed stack of her HOA-wide emails calling me a reckless street racer and fast, furious embarrassment. Karen showed up to court alone, clipboard in hand, attitude in full effect. No lawyer. Just grainy photos of my car parked legally in front of my own house. The judge asked, "Miss Karen, are you admitting to damaging the plaintiff's car?" Karen said, "I was doing what the HOA should have done months ago." Silence. The kind that tastes like victory. One more hearing and the ruling was final. Karen walked in like she was going to be knighted. I sat calm, sipping court-approved water like it was champagne. My lawyer started things off with a slideshow. First slide? Karen mid-swing. Hammer raised. Full-on rage gardening. The gallery gasped. Karen coughed, loudly. Didn't help. Then the emails. Glossy paper, big fonts. She shouted, "Out of context." The judge leaned over his glasses. "Ma'am, it's your email." Her defense? That the McLaren was a threat to every child within 5 blocks. That she neutralized it. I swear, even the court reporter stopped typing. Then came my turn. Calm and clear, I explained. Never drove over 20 miles in the neighborhood. Car had noise logs quieter than a Prius. Multiple neighbors vouched for me. I basically mythbusters her whole argument. When closing arguments ended, the judge leaned back and sighed. This is one of the more unusual cases I've seen, but the evidence is overwhelming. Miss Karen, you are liable for full damages. Karen blinked. Wait. What? You will pay for the vehicle's full replacement, including upgrades, plus court fees, and a harassment fine. She looked like a balloon slowly deflating in real time. I was smiling because I had already ordered the new car. Same model, same matte black, but this time, custom red calipers, and stitched into the leather headrests. Thanks, Karen. Subtle? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. Replacing my car cost her nearly $300,000. Rumor has it, she sold the white Range Rover, took out a second mortgage. Her husband left the HOA board. Her landscaper ghosted her. Her poodle developed stress-induced alopecia. Karma, working overtime. 2 weeks later, I drove through the neighborhood, exactly 10 mph, blasting the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme. Karen stood on her lawn, watering her roses, dead-eyed, like she just saw the final boss she couldn't beat. At the next HOA meeting, she tried to defend herself, called the court biased, claimed she acted in good faith. Denise brought popcorn. No one believed her. The board voted to remove her. One even suggested banning her for threatening the peaceful nature of the neighborhood. As for me, I installed more cameras. Karen hasn't stepped within 10 feet of my property since. She avoids eye contact like I'm Medusa behind the wheel of a luxury serpent. Oh, and I framed her original complaint letter, hung it in my garage, right next to the still image of her holding that hammer. Sometimes I sit in my car, just admiring the craftsmanship and the court receipt. I didn't just win a lawsuit. I reminded that entire neighborhood, HOA president isn't judge, jury, and executioner. And if you go to war over a car you don't even own, you just might lose everything over a grudge against a gear shift. Like and subscribe for more HOA chaos. Do you think Karen got what she deserved? Drop your thoughts below.